Hi, my name is Marilyn, and for this video I'm going to be creating 3 looks using the e.l.f. Jkissa to the Rescue palette. This palette is pretty much just a giant rainbow palette, and I'm also going to be using the eyeshadow duo. I basically got the whole collection, and for these tutorials I'm doing more of a summertime inspired makeup theme for all of the looks, so you can pretty much just follow along with anything that you have already. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. My previous video was on how I did these eyebrows, so make sure to check that out as well. Let's get started. For all 3 looks, I'm going to be using the recommended eyelid setting method, which is setting a concealer with an eyeshadow close to my skin tone. For the lid, I'm going to be using every single one of the red eyeshadows. I found with this formula that it's better to work with large crease brushes and slowly build up the eyeshadow. This was my first time using the palette, so I didn't really do that. Now with the shade Firefly, I'm adding that to my inner corner as a highlight, as well as the first half of my lash line. To finish off the shimmery under eye, I'm going to add the shade Bailey to the outer corner of my lash line, and these 2 shimmer colors are definitely the standouts in this palette. To finish off this eyeshadow, I'm adding a thin band of eyeliner just for my lashes, and the ones that I'm using are Temptress by Glam Goth, and my lip combo is the Milani Spice lip liner with She's All That gloss. For this look, I'm starting off with this gorgeous mustard shade called Paloma. Next, I'm adding the oranges under my eye. I'm going for a very Melt Gemini ABH subculture kind of look. The color story from those palettes are actually really easily replicable with this palette, and especially with this formula that's more easy to work with. And next is this shade Tank, and in the story of kind of green, deeper shades, it's really hard to make this kind of color show up without it coming off too dark. So I like the fact that this one is very easy to work with and it is buildable. When you layer it over a darker base like this eyeliner that I'm doing under my eye, it makes it stand out even more. For some final touches, I'm blending over my edges one last time. And I'm going to be using the Suki to My Heart eyeshadow duo, first with the shade I'm Pupset. I'm going for a cut crease shape, but I'm going to be taking it slightly underneath so I have room to blend it out. I'm softening the edges out with a synthetic brush. I'm trying to avoid the actual placement of the eyeshadow just so that I don't shear it out. Now with the other side of the eyeshadow duo, I'm taking the shade What a Pity Smile as an inner corner highlight and blending it out with my finger. For the waterline, I'm using a yellow eyeliner. And I'm gonna be running with that yellow theme by adding this cider lipstick by Black Moon Cosmetics, as well as some yellow blush. I use Sugar Pills Butter Cupcake, and my lashes are by Glam Goth Beauty in the style Beauty Queen. For this look, I'm starting off with the shade Yosemite. You can see how much better these colorful eyeshadows work with a fluffier crease brush. To start carving out the halo eye, I'm going to be using the shades Millie and Zuma. Before I move on to the next color, I'm just going to go over all of my edges one more time with the shade Yosemite, just to make sure that all of my edges are seamless. Now I'm using the shade Sadie and Pretty Girl to deepen the corners of my halo eye shape. You can finally see that kind of sunset eyeshadow blend that's coming together. And after this color, I'm going back in one more time just to soften all my edges. Now with the shade Firefly, I'm going to be adding that to the center of the lid. For the bottom lash line, I added the purple eyeshadows, and for a pop of color in the waterline, I'm going back in with that yellow liner from before. Now I'm adding a thin band of eyeliner just to hide my eyelashes, and the ones that I'm going to be using are in the style Rockstar by Glam Goth Beauty. To tie together this bruisey sunset kind of eye look, I'm going to be adding the same oranges onto my cheeks as blush. And finally, the lipstick that I paired together is from Melt Cosmetics in the shade Mariachi. Thank you so much for watching my Jkissa 3 looks 1 palette video. If you like this, please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel as well. I love doing these kinds of videos, and if you have any other palette recommendations, make sure to leave them down below. For a closer look of all of my makeup, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MarilynMugBeat. I'll see you next time. Bye!